Hi, my name is Alex Henriksen, and I'm a student board member of the Washington State Board of Education. Today we're here at the Capitol for Student Advocacy Day, and we got to do some meeting with some legislators and do a bit of other cool stuff. I think students should really care about what's going on here, because ultimately all the decisions that are made here end up informing what is happening in your classroom, and everything from the subjects to learn to how it's taught. And I think every student should know what's going on and be involved as much as they can to help change the world for the future.
All right, first meeting, how did it go?
I think Alex did amazing. It was all right from my perspective. I think I could have done a little better, but I kind of lost track of what I was doing.
Involved from all over the state, and we're looking forward to getting legislators involved when it comes to policy.
I think things are going great. I like Wellman's interest in competency-based learning. I think that Senator Rude has some interesting priorities and very good priorities as well. I think the way they're pushing for them is very great as well. I think students should definitely care what's going on here, because look around, there's so much education and involvement going on here. Students should definitely care what's happening to their future, especially when it affects them. This is my second year here. Second year I've done this. It's pretty interesting to talk to all the senators and legislative people here and see how things are done. It's very interesting to have a voice and be a voice for all the students in Washington to come here, because many can't, and so when I get to hear from the people around me in school, I get to bring their voice up here, so that's awesome.
Yeah. And what are some of the things that we're advocating for today?
So today we're advocating for FutureReady, which is its goal is to review and evolve the graduation requirements over time based on changes that happen in the education system with students as well.
Got to talk a lot about FutureReady and mastery-based learning, as well as discuss some of the bills they've put forward, which has been really fun. Do you have a favorite moment?
I think Rude has an interesting, position on financial education.
Yeah, it was really interesting to talk that over with them. I really like talking with Senator Wellman. She was really nice.
I think Claire Wilson was the last one.
Yeah.
I think she had a really interesting. She's really fun. She's really nice too. Yeah.
Very bubbly and sweet.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm excited to meet with Ortiz-Self. I know I met with her before about seal by literacy, language education, and stuff like that. So I think it'll be interesting to bring that up, and the fact that the bill passed, it'd be interesting to reflect back on that and talk and see where she stands on diversity and language inclusivity in the state.
I'm really excited for our presentation on FutureReady, getting to share kind of our perspectives on why this is all necessary. It's
Yeah.
really fun. I think we have a lot to bring to the table, and ultimately, I think education has changed so much, even just over the past few years, that I think we really have some of the best perspective on what needs to change in education.
Okay, so we are about to go into the House Education Committee for our work session on the FutureReady initiative, and this is a great opportunity for the board to share about its strategic plan initiative to update graduation requirements.
I think, at least for some students, the reason that they don't feel fully engaged is that they don't feel like they don't have a choice. It's a very strict, predefined path for many students, and for students who aren't quite sure what they want to do, who need that opportunity to explore, it can feel like you're under a lot of pressure, and at some point you just have to disconnect. I think that giving students that opportunity to really explore a number of different pathways and see what they want to do more of can help bring out their passion.
I think what we need you to understand is that students are
all very different and constantly changing. There's no 1 minute that a student is thinking the same way. It's almost different every day, even you get used to that. And since every student is thinking differently, they're all on different pathways and different ideas of how one should learn, what should be implemented in schools, what should be done. I think that's the most important thing to understand here.
You just got out of the work session. How did you think it went?
I think the work session went really well. We got to talk a lot about FutureReady and kind of like what we're excited for, what our hopes are for it, and really like why it's necessary. I think it went really well. Definitely got a lot of hard questions from the representatives, but I think we managed to answer them pretty well, so I'm happy with how we did.
Nice. Yeah, you seem to have nailed it. Any advice for students who might have to follow up in your place and present again?
Prepare a lot.
I didn't prepare very much, I'm not gonna lie, and it went great, so maybe you don't have to don't think about it too much, that's what I would say.
Yeah,
You got it.
don't overthink it, but prepare, know what you're going into.
I think it went really well. We had a lot of interesting perspectives and we shared a lot of interesting information as well.
Yeah, I think all the legislators were really nice and really eager to meet with us, and I think it was great to be able to talk with them about both their priorities for education and kind of what we're going to be doing.
For me, the highlight of the day was when I got a question about AI and I deferred it to Jaylee.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah, that was my favorite moment.
What do you think the effects of AI and robotics is going to be on the education and the future workforce?
I think that's a question we could defer to Jaylee, if that's okay.
I didn't handle the question.
Other than that, I think that presentation was just really fun to do.
Yeah, the presentation.
Share student perspectives.
Yeah.
It's always fun bringing our students to the Capitol, and legislators are always so excited to hear their stories and really appreciative and grateful. I think it leaves a big impression that they carry with them into the important work that they do here at the Capitol. And I'm reflecting on the work session we had today on FutureReady before the House Education Committee and how amazing it was that both of our student members, Alex and Castulo, were able to be up there and share their student perspective. I think it was the shining moment of the presentation. And as they were talking, I was thinking about how powerful their voices were and how important. And I had this moment of reflection and gratitude, thinking how privileged and lucky we are as a board that those voices are at our table every single time, and how special that truly is. So just a big moment of gratitude, and really happy for our students that they got to share their voices and those of their peers across the state.